Yo, what is up, guys? This is Troy D from the Troy D 24/7 Mall channel, your source for on point and no hype reviews. We are back yet again, everybody. We are back with another fragrance review right here, guys, on my one singular day off. That's right, guys, one day off to talk about this fragrance right here that I think a lot of y'all have been waiting for on the channel, guys. And this might be my last video of the month. I will be flying out to Singapore next week, and trust me when I say I've got some pretty amazing fragrances, spring, summer mostly, that I will be trying out there in that type of weather to gain some accuracy and some congruence. So I can't wait to do all that, guys. So this is my last one, probably my last one. Hope you guys are excited. Now, before I continue, please do not forget to like and subscribe, guys. Okay, liking, subscribing, and watching the ads is a great big deal to this channel, especially that we are headed towards 21,000 subscribers. So please continue your support, guys. I've made well over 700 videos for y'all, all no hype videos and comparisons for y'all to do a deep dive on. So please enjoy the videos on the channel. Thank you very much for your support. And the fragrance we will be talking about today is none other than Xerjoff Erba Gold. Yes, Xerjoff Erba Gold, or some people say Erba Gold. Okay, I just don't talk that way, or I'm not that good with pronunciations. I'll go with what I'm kind of comfortable with saying. So Erba Gold, guys. Now, this fragrance right here, this is not new. This fragrance, actually, there was a Suspiro counterpart back in the day. I remember buying a full bottle way back when I started to seriously collect perfumes, guys. And of course, the more popular you can say counterpart of Erba Gold would also be Erba Pura, and that fragrance, I've reviewed that already. That fragrance is such a fruity, synthetic bomb with nuclear strength, and believe it or not, despite that fragrance being polarizing to many, that fragrance is pretty damn popular, guys. So when I checked the hype meter on Erba Gold, it seems like the hype meter is high, and I was like, wow, this is happening right now. Even when the original Suspiro came out way back then. And I mean, let me tell you ahead of time, I don't see any difference between the two, to be honest. This seems like a repackaged version of that Suspiro Erba Gold. So anyways, I'm going to talk about this fragrance right here, guys. Obviously, this is going to be a fruity fragrance, but what's it really going to be like? No hype style. I'll deep dive into this and give you guys all the transitions and what you can expect from Erba Gold. Let's go spray this thing right now. Okay, guys, now let's talk about the latest, or one of the latest Xerjoffs to come out. This is none other than Erba Gold, guys. Now, this opening right here of Erba Gold, I gotta say, it's fantastic. Fantastic, guys. Right here in the opening, you are gonna get the notes of Brazilian orange, Calabrian bergamot, Amalfi lemon, as well as some warming ginger, guys. And like I said, to me, this is such a fantastic intro, simply because of the combination of these notes that are both fruity and sparkling, but then you are also getting the warming touches of ginger and that Brazilian orange. Now, let's take a note of that Brazilian orange just to straighten things out, because if you think about orange, Calabrian bergamot, Amalfi lemon, maybe you're thinking about something really tart, guys. Now, Brazilian orange, it smells different. And when I did some research, you know, it says that Brazilian orange smells like kind of the combination between pomelo and mandarin. To me, this is a kind of like dewy, non-super tart mandarin orange. To me, this Brazilian orange note smells not like a tart, sharp mandarin that usually goes with the citrusy blasts of other fragrances, but this is quite mellow. It's like a mellow orangey note, you can say kind of dewy, guys, and it's more of like a mellowing blanket here in this opening right here. Obviously, your bergamot and lemon are going to be your tart balancers. But again, this is also pulled towards the warming, comforting side because of that mellow Brazilian orange and, of course, the warming ginger. And again, let me say this, I loved this intro. Again, specifically because it was a combination of mostly comforting notes, that mellow orange and that warming ginger, really warming, comforting, and sweet. But then you still have those uplifting whiffs and balancers from the citruses, guys. It's quite a nice intro, not polarizing, not nuclear, not loud, but then more refined, more controlled with this, I could say, smooth, fruity opening of Xerjoff's Erba Gold. Okay guys, now let's head into the mid of Xerjoff's Erba Gold. And of course, this mid, which comes pretty quickly, I would say 30 minutes to 45 minutes, these notes start seeping in there. And this is of course a prominent part of the fragrance because, hey, this is where the fruity accord comes in, guys. And of course, Erba Pura, the big brother or big sister of this fragrance, is well known for that fruity accord. Now, what I do like about the Xerjoff version, at least, is that they actually listed these individual notes. Something that wasn't on the Suspiro one. It just said like fruity accord or fruity notes. But right here, you know, or we know what these individual notes are. And a lot of people are saying that this fragrance smells like mango. And I initially thought that, especially with the bottle being this color, a mango color, guys. But as it turns out, with the help of knowing the notes, you know what? It turns out that the mango is just a combination of the fruits and the spices put together. There's this synthetic mango accord, okay? And the thing is, when I probed further about smelling this fragrance, instead of just the mango, I could actually smell the individual notes instead, guys. And it was kind of like a mind fuck. I was kind of like, you know, I smell mango, but I also smell those other notes, guys. And these other notes are basically melon, pear, and green apple. These are the parts of that fruity accord that kind of smells like a synthetic mango smell. Now, also, with this fragrance, you also get some sweet spices, guys. And I mean, I really believe that these spices also do have an effect right here. You have some green cardamom right here in this mid, as well as some cinnamon and cloves. And actually, when you put them together, like I said, it's almost like this warming synthetic mango accord with a little bit of tartness from the green apple. And this is one of the best parts of Erba Gold, guys. Okay, very beautiful fruity accord, warming and comforting and slightly spicy, guys. Okay, right here in the mid. And this kind of follows the format of the initial part of the fragrance. I mean, obviously the first part does have slightly uplifting, mood enhancing properties, but this mid is like comfortable, fruity, kind of regal, and kind of semi-formal to formal, guys, with that lingering fruitiness, but also the blanket of cardamom, the blanket of cinnamon and clove right here in the mid, guys. Now, what I like about the start to mid of Xerjoff's Erba Gold is that this is a soft landing type of approach to a fruity perfume, and it is so different from Erba Pura, which is kind of like super polarizing. And it seems like at this point some people go looking into Erba Pura because of that polarizing thing. It's almost like Ombre Nomad and how that has an effect on new people smelling it, guys. The actual polarization effect makes you want the fragrance even more. That's kind of like where Erba Pura is at. This fragrance, no. This is a smooth landing into that fruity accord. And matter of fact, the fruity accord right here isn't even really synthetic. You know, it's slightly synthetic, but it's not as synthetic as Erba Pura, guys. And you have that soft, warming landing with that dewy, mellow orange and the warming ginger, guys, to get into this fruity accord with the spices, guys. And this is one of those fragrances, guys, that is a compliment collector, without a doubt. I got a lot of compliments from this fragrance because it's prominent, but it's also chill at the same time. And when we talk about initial sillage and projection, this ain't nuclear. This is a nice lingering draw-in scent with a scent trail, guys. So actually, it's very moderate. It's very chill. It's very come to me. It is not really super duper attention grabbing. And so anyone that wants to wear this conservatively, but then still stand out and still make an impression, will get to do that with this fragrance while grabbing a lot of compliments. Okay, now let's head into the dry down of Xerjoff's Erba Gold, guys. Now, this fragrance starts getting creamy at the latter mid, I would say 6 hours in. You are going to get Madagascar vanilla, guys. And this is another layer of comfort right here. The sweetness of that lovely Madagascar vanilla starts kicking in, creating a lot more body. And you know that this is really heading into the dry down because of that increased amount of vanilla, that body. And then you also have the sweetness of amber to continue from the purely sweet fruity notes, guys. Okay, so this is that big transition towards the dry down, Madagascar vanilla, creamy, beautiful, as well as that amber transition, guys. Okay, so that heads into the dry down, and this part I thought was gonna last a really, really long time. However, this part actually ended at the 8th hour mark. And past 8 hours, guys, you are gonna get a very prominent musk and woods dry down, guys. Okay, I thought that the vanilla and amber combination would never end because I really like that transition from the fruity notes, the very prominent fruity accord, but no, it actually ended at some point, 8 hours or 9 hours, and then it was mostly musk and woods. And this is the part that some people that have reviewed this fragrance or have tried this fragrance, what they're saying is that they do not like this part, this late dry down of musk and woods. And I would agree with that. I wished the Madagascar vanilla amber combination went till the end, but no, really at the 8 hour mark onward, you're gonna get this, you know, sweaty gradient musk and woods towards the dry down. Totally unlike the first like 8 hours of this fragrance, which pretty much is in step. It's like the same format of really nice fruits and sweetness with some comforting notes. It's a really beautiful regal combination here with Erba Gold, but the latter dry down is simply musk and woods, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys a heads up on that. Nevertheless, though, you are gonna get 8 to 9 hours of total sweetness and niceness. So that's also something that's very positive about Erba Gold. Now, ultimately, guys, I'm really not a fan of fruity fragrances or synthetic fruity fragrances, guys. But I would say out of all the ones that I've tried, I mean, Erba Pura Magica, which I reviewed as well, I thought that that was amazing. But man, this one's amazing too. Okay, like I said, this is a nice, smooth landing into fruity fragrances. And if you've never tried anything like this before, you would want to. This is less polarizing, less risky than Erba Pura, guys. I mean, definitely there's a feel here that's, again, very relaxed and calm and draw in, which is totally different from the synthetic nuclear bomb that Erba Pura is, guys. And again, this is a compliment getter. So for those looking for compliments, you'll get that. And the big thing is that this fragrance is unisex. For the guys that are watching this video, this is something that a guy could definitely pull off. And that's because of the ginger. That's because of the cinnamon, the cardamom, the clove, being balancers to all these sweet notes. And even the orange actually is not like a femme-leaning orange note. And of course, you have the musk and woods dry down. Sometimes I do wonder if that was placed there to make this a masculine-leaning fragrance. It could be, guys, because definitely musk and woods purely smells pretty masculine towards the end. So this is probably one of the most balanced, unisex, masculine-leaning fruity fragrances out there, with, again, a soft landing, a lot more versatile, acceptable. It won't be like a polarizing fragrance like Erba Pura. Okay, now let's talk about total performance of this fragrance, guys. This fragrance lasted up to 12 hours, significant scent. And again, this was a beautiful draw-in, lingering scent from the get-go with a wonderful fruity scent trail, guys. Okay, now, if you're wondering if I think that this is a full bottle worthy fragrance, I think so. I mean, I bought the Suspiro one full bottle, and that's after trying and testing it. You guys can actually test this through the Xerjoff website by just buying their little sampler with 5 perfumes. I really do suggest you do, especially if you are not familiar with fruity fragrances. But if you've tried Erba Pura and it seemed too much for y'all and you wanted something a lot more calmer, chill, versatile, more usable, and something that's not gonna irritate you, I mean, it's very impactful, Erba Pura, guys. This is impactful as well, but this one is just a lot more refined times a million. And for the guys, like I said, this is a good choice. I think $240 for a full bottle isn't really asking much, but do try this first. And if you didn't like it the first time, try it again. Maybe it will grow on you once you start seeing the compliments and the way that people respond to this fragrance right here on you. Now, usage-wise, I consider this a grabber to upscale grabber. I think that there's a casual nature to this perfume, but there's enough warming drizzle. There's enough warming spice and regal like feels off of Erba Gold that it can be an upscale grabber, something you can wear for special nights and special occasions, not just the occasional grab. But because, like I said, it does have mood enhancing properties from the citruses and the fruits, as well as the Madagascar vanilla, this can be an everyday wear perfume as well. So I would say upscale grabber, or grabber to upscale grabber rather, guys. And weather-wise, to me, this is a spring to fall fragrance, okay? And some people are probably thinking, maybe this is like a summer fragrance. I mean, in the summer, it would be nice if you were in AC environments, okay? Indoor AC environments. I really believe that you need something kind of cool, kind of like spring weather, because of the blanket notes in this fragrance, the spices, the vanilla, the dewy mellow orange. I mean, these are all, you know, towards the warming side. And so I would say like spring is really the best time to wear Erba Gold. I mean, try it, guys, in really hot weather. I'll bring this in Singapore. I'll see how this works. But to me, on current testing, I really feel this is a spring to fall fragrance as well as AC environments. And that is it. That is my no hype review on Xerjoff's Erba Gold. Again, to me, a wonderful fragrance. Definitely try it through the Xerjoff Universe website. Get yourself a sample set and just test it and try it. Let me know in the comments below if you've already done so. I mean, this released not too long ago, but I'm sure at this point, because of the hype, a lot of people probably have already tried this fragrance. And it does deserve the hype, being a more refined, fruity fragrance than Erba Pura, in my opinion, guys. Let me know in the comments below what y'all think. And again, thank you so much for watching, especially for the month of March. April is coming, and here are the next fragrances on the list. They are pretty exciting. I'm getting the samples this week before I go, and I'm taking them to Singapore, guys. So that is it. Hopefully I can punch in another video before I go, but this might be the last one for March. Again, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video in Singapore. God bless. Take care. Peace.